Okay, we're back. And I logged in and I saw that there was a new version, which was surprising because not much time has passed since the first video. Um, and immediately saw this. So I guess the skills were nuked, the ones that I sacrificed. Now I don't know if that means that I'm going to be higher on these other ones or not. And I'm still at a loss as to... Well, I guess I'm not that surprised. I was going to say I'm surprised or confused why these are so much higher than some of the other ones, but those are the ones I started with, like evocations. The gap kind of surprises me. Like 10.3 versus 7.6, but there seems to be a small element of randomness to which ones get the experience first. Anyway, let's go clear out the dungeon. Oh, we got shafted. Shafted to D11. Not a big deal. Should be able to just tab through here. Somebody's talking to Beam in my game. Alright, seven-headed Hydra. Not so sure if I want to go up against 7 heads just yet. Oh no. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, he's confused. It's okay, we have teleportation if need be. And we have power leap. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for an upstairs. We'll probably just take it. Power leap away. Try to avoid using resources. Let's go down. Much as I don't want to be on floor 12 just yet. That's okay. Should be able to fight this and win. Well, we can just abyss it. That's cool too. Power leap to finish these wargs. Looks like we found the orc mines. And we found some tomahawks. Not many, only a couple, but better than 0. So if you play a Gnoll and they don't change, I would suggest that you use throwing for sure. Even better on this character than the others because you're forced to keep up with it. New sacrifice. Thought this was coming soon. You know what? I don't want to sacrifice Artifice, but I'm going to because it takes me to max piety and it takes away another skill, which I think will actually increase. I think with this... I think with the update, it'll actually increase the speed of my training on other things. And we have... no evocations now, no ability to use evocations. It's a little bit questionable, but I think we'll be okay. So, sacrifices, hand, armor, Artifice. Not terrible. That leaves us wide open for magic to use, which is cool. And we have Apocalypse available, so we can kill literally anything. No questions asked. Apocalypse will let us pretty much cheese through anything that's a problem. At least it should. sometimes it fails you. Okay, I'm not so sure about this Cyclops. Let's pull down these wraiths one at a time and hunt them down, apparently. This is the thing I hate about Distort more than anything else, is just the fact that you've got to deal with hunting things down. Okay, we're going to rest. We're going to go up and down, resetting the fights. Okay, we'll go up. We'll go down. Every single wraith gets teleported around.
This thing claims I have mail.
Oh, sorry about my ringtone here. Okay. Let's see if we can take this guy out. He doesn't seem to have any more large rocks. Okay, I'm gonna go to the stairwell. She gets blinked. Let's power leap, taking her out nicely. I don't have our poise, and I don't have a ton of AC, so this is a little bit scary, but not terribly. Power leap clears out all that stuff. I'm not positive about this. I want to say that power leap is contingent upon your level. I'm sure about level, unless something has changed. It's contingent upon level, and it's contingent upon your piety, I think. That's the part I'm not sure about. Nice. So now blinking is an asset now that I'm getting some more throwing up. I can blink at things. Or I can blink things away from me with Distort. I would really like to be on a different floor. There we go. Pull this stuff down. Power leap. I'm fine being next to this. It can't one-shot me. It's just maybe not being next to the Boggarts. Okay, Dagger Chaos. Let's see if we can't kill her with javelins, and we do. Throwing is getting pretty impressive. 8.2 skill. I guess that's not much more than the last time I checked it, but now that we have javelins, it's better. Still training bows. Shouldn't be possible, but that's one thing that hasn't changed. Seems like Gamma Funk was the guy who did this. Very quickly did the god bug fixes. So maybe he'll do something about bows as well, but maybe not. Maybe it's considered to be different for some reason. I'd rather not get paralyzed. I was kind of hoping Power Leap would take out those hornets instantly, but that doesn't seem to be the way it worked. Oh right, we're going up, not down, since we got shafted. Got shafted 2 floors, I think. This is a little questionable, trading rocks with this guy who has large rocks, but it worked out. Nice, nice. Take the staff. We'll try those on once we finally get rid of this distortion whip. Found some food in a shop. Don't really care about that just yet. Hey, brand weapon. So that means we can get rid of the whip now if we'd like to. But is there really an alternative right now? I talked a big game about how I wanted to get rid of it, but the truth is we don't really have any alternatives that are good. Yeah, I guess that greatsword would be fine if I had another hand, but I don't. Now, if I rebrand this and it becomes electric, cool. If it becomes like fire or freezing, not so cool. On the other hand, it might be worth it just to... Yeah, I'm gonna do it just because this is so obnoxious. Okay, it's freezing. It's not the worst thing in the world, it's just not great. Alright, we got a Rulcha. She can paralyze or banish me, depending on her book. So we're gonna Apocalypse first thing. It says she loses her magic. That's good enough for me. We'll throw javelins and finish her off. That's easily worth the drain. Let's see if I can... Yeah. Kill this stuff with immolation. Not strictly necessary, but makes killing the Occlob easy. Every time I see one of those super packed monster vaults, it's just very difficult to avoid the urge to immolate. You just... You know, you could do it, but you just want to be careful, because if you don't have any resist fire, which I don't, you need to make sure that you can either survive at least one blast, or not be next to the explosions when they get set off. Which I could do both, so this character is fine doing it. Yours may not be. So keep that in mind. Don't let your desire to do something satisfying get yourself killed, you know. Alright, this is a lot easier. Not having to chase things down is nice. Let's pull this thing away. This is pretty good. Seems like we're bringing only one thing at a time, or we were. I'll Apocalypse this stuff. Get that guy. See if we can't tap him down. Should have been throwing at that as he approached, but that's okay. We'll use javelins on him. Demon summoning, even if it's lesser, is dangerous, so we want to treat that as a threat, and we did. We took him out easily. Should be able to tab through this, as long as the RNG is decent to me. It looks like it's not being very nice. Let's power leap to finish him. I mean, this whip is just not great. It's a +8 weapon, but it's perhaps one of the worst base weapons that exist in the game. But again, ease of use makes me totally happy to have this thing instead of Distort. And I can still use it to kill popcorn, which is really all I need it for, since my throwing is what I'm using to take out particularly nasty threats, throwing and power leap. Let me test something real quick. 12 AC, 18 EV, 90% fail chance. 9 AC, 19 EV, so better EV, worse AC, and significantly less haunt fail rate. I don't think that's worth the 3 points of AC, though. Okay, we got a enchant weapon, which I'm not going to use on this +8 whip. We're done blowing scrolls on the whip. Oh, it's a cornucopia. Alright, so we have a lot of gold. We can test out this armor, but what we're really way more interested in is these books. Okay. Let's see what's in these. These are generic books, not artifacts, except for this one. Disjunction, pretty sweet to see. 100% fail rate right now, but still nice. We got transfigurations. Hydra form is 32%, dragon form is 88%, stat form is 34%, so we could stat form right now if we wanted to. Oh man. I think we have to take transfigurations. As much as I would like to have necromancy or unlife so that we could do control undead like right now, it seems kind of silly not to go for the form that gives me AC despite not having armor skill. So we don't have enough money. Yeah, we do. Nice. So stat form. Still at 34%. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna 21% if I don't have the armor on. We're gonna get the fabulously ornate robe next. And once we have just a little bit more skill, we're gonna be a Gnoll statue. Because remember, we've got plenty of unarmed combat. Same as everything else, right? 9.8, pretty good. A lot of these guys. Power Leap takes them out pretty fast, though. You know, I wonder what happens if you have a manual. I guess that would be one way to get your skills above you know? And there would be no reason not to use it, I suppose. This is really interesting. Should have checked out these staves before. Yeah, Book of Power would be good. Got Venom Bolt at 9%. We could have a Bolt of Magma even. That'd be nice to have. We just really want some gold now. Seven-headed Hydra. Thankfully, this whip, even if it doesn't do much damage, does slow. I should have javelined that Hydra. Just checking my gold skills every so often, because my next moves are predicated upon both. I want to be able to afford that robe, and I want to be able to cast stat form. Well, checking my spells, not my skills. You know what I mean. See if we can tab this. It didn't quite work, but we can power leap and finish him. Yeah, I think Rue is probably the way to go. Ashanzari, or Ashanzari if you prefer, might be fun too. I may play another Gnoll after this. This race seems pretty solidly powerful. Maybe like a Gnoll fighter, Gnoll gladiator, possibly even like a Gnoll caster. Maybe like a Gnoll ice elementalist. Uh-oh. This isn't great. We have 6 curing. Let's see if we can... Oh boy. Well, it's a shapeshifter. Guess I'll just throw rocks at it. Shapeshifters are scary, since you never really know what the next threat's gonna be. Uh-oh. So this is bad. We can either walk away from this dude, we could walk up and hit him, or we could opt for paralyzing with Apocalypse, which didn't need to paralyze or steal his magic because it did enough damage to kill him outright, which is pretty likely. I could have power leaped him instead, but I didn't want to take any chances, really. Apocalypse, as far as I know, is guaranteed to kill something with such low hit points as a wizard. The reason I did that is, of course, I didn't want to be paralyzed, I didn't want to be banished, I didn't want to be crystal speared with 117 hit points total. Okay, what's happening? Oh, I'm drained, that's why. I was looking at my cast ability and stat form went to 50%. I was like, what is going on? Doesn't seem quite right. Alright, let's get this drain off. And then once we have the drain off, we'll go purchase the robe. Whoops, didn't mean to stop short with my power leap there. Hmm. Well, at least we're using cold. Which this guy is susceptible to, even if it is early. Terrible whip. We don't want to fight two at once. Hmm. Okay. I was gonna try to kill him with tomahawks while he was paralyzed, but no such luck. Can't use Box of Beasts. Artifice is over. Cancelled. Turned off. Whatever you want to call it. Finish him off that way. Surprisingly still drained. Okay. He can't one-shot me still. Power Leap takes him out, and that ends the drain. So we'll finish out the dungeon because it's pretty much over. This floor, yeah, there we go, floor's over. Now let's go check out what's going on with this robe. With any luck, it'll be Archmagi. I wouldn't bank on it, but it might be. No. No. We're not going to walk around with RF minus, even for Slay +5. Stamp form down to 19%, not quite enough. What a shame. No wizardry rings either. Okay. So we're wearing MR+. We don't want to wear Guardian Spirit. Not on a Rue character. Rue is where I draw the line on Guardian Spirit because you'll run out of mana. And then you won't be able to Apocalypse, use those abilities that you need. 14% paralyzed, that's rough. I'm gonna literally Apocalypse every single Orc Sorcerer I see. So unless I see him and immediately get slammed, I should not be able to die. And there he is. Apocalypse takes him out. And I mean, it's fine. We can work off Drain. We can't work off being murdered by Paralyze plus 6 Furhy, or Paralyze plus Bolt of Draining, Paralyze plus Bolt of Fire, Paralyze plus just a bunch of dudes hammering on me. I'm gonna magic map this. No rapid deconstruction. No shatter. And of course I can't use digging, so we're not gonna go there. So I'm just making a note to myself to come back with LRD. Hey, it's Nessos. And an Eden. We're gonna Apocalypse. Okay, he's paralyzed, so we take him out. We got that red drain, which is unfortunate. But we took out the Eden, which was an enormous threat, and we took out Nessos at the same time. So that's pretty good. We'll just throw things as stuff comes to us. Looks like we found a chamber. Now, the reason I did this, and there is a reason, I immolated because I wanted to kill the Orc Sorcerer. It's not quite working, is it? Wow. Wow. Did not expect that. He shot a bolt of fire at me, threw his orcs, and then killed his own orcs. We will apocalypse. You hear a shout, X-27. So we are super drained. Statue down to 77%. And that sucks. Donald with a Scimitar of Distortion. Not so sure about that, Donald. Alright, I will go ahead and enchant up the Whip of Freezing, since I'm going to be using Staff Form eventually. I was hoping a little sooner. I should have bought a book with lower level spells so I could get some immediate benefit. I guess I could go back and do that. Well, we're gonna want Confusing Touch. We're gonna want Dragon Form. Go ahead and get Minor Magic. Probably should have got Necromancy first for Animate Dead, but yeah, that would have been nice. That would have made me able to... Yeah, that would have made me more able to surround myself with stuff and not get paralyzed. Take out the sorcerers in a more convenient fashion. We're going to get Mephitic Cloud. We'll get rid of it rather quickly, but that's one thing that I think I'll be willing to use. Certainly can use it against this guy. Okay, you're confused. Why do you keep following me? He followed me for like 3 steps. I really didn't want to berserk, or excuse me, I didn't want to apocalypse again, but he left me no choice. Meph Cloud didn't keep him confused, and he didn't really take any damage while he was confused. And then he hasted himself, so I guess Yara's is available, but you know, we are so drained right now. Gonna have to think about how I'm gonna get how I'm gonna get this drain off. I don't think all the stuff in Orc, all the remaining stuff in Orc is enough to get it all off. I guess I just have to survive and keep going, you know. I would just really like to be using staff form and not this awful whip. But you know, I can't complain. It's disto. It got me, well, it used to be disto. It got me through the early game. I swear I'm going to end up apocalypsing again. I just know it. Oh, it's a broad axe of distortion too. What is going on in this game? That's the third distortion weapon I've seen. My whip, the scimitar that Donald had, and now the broad axe that this warlord has. We really don't want to take a trip to the abyss. But you know what? We should be able to... Yeah. Meth cloud. Try to juke these guys with Meth Cloud plus Power Leap. Meth Cloud's not the most reliable thing in the world against these dudes, but it will work eventually. Against warlords, I mean. It just doesn't last very long, as you can see. And we're out of mana. Okay, so we're gonna finish off the warrior first. Look at how fast he came out of that. I'll rest up. I should have just apocalypsed this stuff a long time ago, but you know, I would rather not eat even more drain. You know what we're gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I don't care about this dude's broad axe. I don't care about the plate armor he's wearing. I don't even care if he has consumables. We're gonna take him into this deep water, and he's gonna go for a swim. Hopefully. Oh great, I'm confused. Okay, now he's confused. Go to the water, my friend. Thank you. That's one way to deal with that. Don't have to fool around with him anymore. Hopefully there are no more sorcerers, at least in this little area. Maybe we can get some gold. Maybe we can afford some more books. Find some more shops, which could have even more goodies, which we probably cannot afford. But we will be able to. We want to fight the High Priest near a staircase. Due to his capability of summoning things, that would be ideal. It looks like pulling him away from this is going to be a little bit of a hassle. What to do about this guy? Do I really need to... I think I might have to do it again. 13% paralyzed, huh? Well, let's see if we can get the Math Cloud. It's not working. I'm going to risk the power leap, and it worked, but unfortunately, yeah, power leap is almost guaranteed to kill a sorcerer, but unfortunately there was a second one behind him. See, it didn't work that time. Now this is really bad. Two of them. I use fear. Kill the one with a tomahawk. Step back. Let's lay down the Mephitic Cloud. Power leap does not kill him. Use fear again. Sorcerer gets confused at least, but not feared. We're gonna drink curing. Kill this guy with tomahawks. Wait. Was I not drinking my curing? Oh, whoops. I had a little bit of problem there with my interface. Try to get this knight by himself. You know, at the very least, even if I do get paralyzed, I've got those Rue abilities that will continue to defend me, as far as I know, while paralyzed. Okay, that's a pretty sweet amulet. Put that on the list. Not going to buy it yet because we can't afford it. Ring of Wizardry would be nice to have. Nothing here is what we want. Shadow Dragon Scales. It'd be neat if I was trying to go for stealth, but it's only +0, so it's really not that good. Okay, so nothing really to buy, and you know, I am fine with that. Well, other than that amulet. I'm fine with that because we're lacking in money anyway. So, Yeah, we need a lot for those books, which I didn't put on the shopping list, but are useful nonetheless. Alright, so we're going to come back with either LRD or enough MR that we can't get instantly paralyzed, because there's a section of this floor which is rather jam-packed and it could have quite a lot of stuff in it. Probably going to cut the video here. Just checking my spells real quick. 38% statue form. Still rather drained. I had really hoped to have stat form on by the time that I hit Swamp. Swamp and Spider Nest. Looks like we're going to have to do at least part of Swamp without it. It's only 24% fail rate, but it's a deep, dark red mutation. Or, well, it's dark red fail rate, which means very bad miscasts, which means mutations applied directly to me because of the transmutation miscasts. Or I could get petrified, or, you know, so on and so forth. It's bad stuff. Okay, well, we'll stop here. Next time, Swamp and Spider Nest. Hopefully we can get stat form rolling sooner than later. And hopefully we can buy some more books, because I would like to have one of those bolt spells. Maybe, maybe Bolt of Draining, even. But it looks like we'd probably get Book of Power, so it looks like we'd be using Bolt of Magma. Most likely. Focusing on the 3 school spells seems pretty ideal, since I have to train everything at the same time anyway. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see. But until next time, I am signing out.